Hello children, have a nice day to you. Yesterday we have discussed about different images formed by the convex lens and concave lens. Here we have discussed about object at infinity, object placed behind the center of curvature on the principal axis, object placed at center of curvature we have discussed, and object placed at center of curvature we will get the real image same size at the same distance from the optic center, because here we have f2 and c2 till p to f2 we have the distance focal length f, and up to c1 it is 2f we know, and here also f1 c1, here also the distance f1 till f1 p to f1 it is f, and p to c1 it is 2f. So that's why at the 2f distance, object distance, we will get real image with same size. So these points we got, and we need to observe some examples according to these all types of image formation due to the convex lens and concave lens. So we got some information from this. So consider the example for today. I am going to explain you about example for children today. Draw a ray diagram to locate the position of image when a point source S is placed on optical axis. So draw a ray diagram. They given one question here. Just read that one. Draw a ray diagram to locate the position of the image when a point source. Here we have object point source. That object is S. Point object we are considering here. Is placed on optical axis Mn of. Here we have optical axis, children. In previous class I have explained you. Optical axis indicates the path of the emergent ray. So principal axis is the plane passing through center of curvature and optic center. So that is the plane here. This is the path. Sometimes optical axis is principal axis only. So these I have explained you in previous classes in such a way that it is behind focal point f2. Here we need to take that object source. Yes, point object we are going to take behind the f2. So here like this. So now I am considering this one like this. So here we have a convex lens. I am considering a point source. Yes, point object we are considering here, and the incident ray, which is the ray which is passing through optic center will not deviate. So in the same path it will go, and the ray which is passing from another point, and I am marking that one as P1, and which will again now only we will not do like that. So which will fix like this P dash, another incident ray I am considering. So here draw a perpendicular line to principal axis at f1. I am drawing a perpendicular line to principal axis at f1. So here this is the perpendicular line to the principal axis at f1. At focal point I am drawing that perpendicular normal line, and draw a parallel line to SP. This is the next concept, parallel line to SP. I am drawing a parallel line to SP1 P dash. This is the parallel line to this. Okay, this one I am drawing. So where the point of intersection we got to that f1 f0 and the parallel line. So that mark that point. Then we can draw a line passing through f0. So that line is the refracted ray to SP dash. So this is the another case, children. So like that, this ray, the refracted ray which we are drawing through f0 will meet principal axis optical axis at I. So this I is the image. So therefore I is the image point for the point source. See one more time children, here draw a perpendicular line to principal axis at F1. So that is the first point. And draw a ray from point source S in any direction. So any direction. And mark that one as P dash. Then we need to draw a line parallel to SP dash. So which will meet at the focal plane at F0. So through this F0 intersection point we are drawing another line and it will intersect that principal axis at I. So this I is the image of S and P dash I is the refracted ray to SP dash. I think you got this children. So therefore I is the image point for the point object. Children, I think you got clear information how to draw refracted rays for the different incident rays. So we know the situation 1, 2, 3 and 4. The ray which is passing parallel to the principal axis will goes through focus, and the ray which is passing through optic center will not deviate, and the ray which is passing through focus is deviates parallel to the principal axis. Those points we know. And coming to the another cases, we have observed by example 4 how to draw refracted ray and how to get image. So like that, by following these example, these all rules, all steps, we can draw ray diagrams for different situations. Here in example 5 they have given two diagrams, two pictures they have given. So complete the ray diagram to show the paths of the rays after refraction. Here we need to use example 4 steps. So from that steps we can draw diagrams like this, and you will notice that the paths of the rays are shown like this to these incomplete pictures. So now I am going to take the first picture children here. So for this I am following those steps. So here this is the convex lens and the ray which is passing in this direction. So for this we can draw. So here we have focus 1, F2 and F1 I am taking children. So for this drawing, first I am drawing a perpendicular line through F1. So then I am drawing a parallel line to this. So then I am drawing a parallel line to this incident line. This is the step 2. Then mark this one as F0. So this is another step, and join through F0, join these two principal axis. So here we got image I. So like that we will get children. So like that we will get the ray diagram for this case. So for this we can. So here we followed those 4 steps from the example 4. And coming to the concave lens. Here this is the concave lens children. And F1, F2 we know. And here they have given a ray like this in this direction. So for this, first we should draw. Here this is the convex lens. Concave lens. So that's why here only the possibility for virtual image. So here we need to take perpendicular line from the lens side, object side only. The rays which are coming from the direction at that side only, we will draw a perpendicular line or normal line to the principal axis. This is principal axis. So for this. So the ray here I drawn. And I am drawing a parallel line to this. So here like this we can draw. Parallel line to the incident light, to the incident ray. So where the point of intersection we got here. So the image formation will be here only. So here the virtual image will forms. I think you got this, children. Yes, and the ray which is emergent from this point, we can draw a line joining with this. So this is the refracted path. This is the refracted path. So let us observe one more time this concave lens. So here I am taking concave lens once again, and the ray in this direction, it is incident. So for this we need to find out refracted ray. So first I want to draw a normal line at focus. Because this is concave lens, I am drawing a normal line to this principal axis in this direction at F1. So if we draw a parallel line to this incident ray, so here it will meet. So join this point to the point of intersection to this incident ray, we can extend. So in this path it will refract. Refracted ray we got from steps. So like that they have given in textbook. Yes, I think you noticed. So this is the way to find the different refracted rays to the different incident rays. Rather than those 4 situations, in other cases like this we can draw. So this is example 5, children. We need to follow these steps from the example 4 what I have explained before to you. I think you got information.